You are surrounded by people. You have never been more connected. Your phone holds 1,000 names, and any one of them is 3 seconds away. And yet, sometimes, in the quiet of the night, something inside you aches. You tell yourself it's nothing. A mood. A bad day. You scroll a little longer and wait for it to pass. But the real answer is far stranger. That ache is not a flaw. It is one of the oldest survival tools your body has ever built. Loneliness is trying to keep you alive. To understand why, you have to go back. Not years, hundreds of thousands of years, to a world where being alone was the most dangerous thing a human could be. Picture your distant ancestor standing at the edge of a grassland as the light fades. The group has moved ahead. The fire is over the next ridge. For the first time all day, she is alone. What happens to her now? Everything that wants to eat a human is awake at dusk. She cannot outrun a big cat. She cannot stay awake all night to watch for danger. Her only real weapon was never her hands. It was the others. For a human, the group was the difference between living and dying. So your body needed a way to notice the instant you became separated and to make that separation feel unbearable. That mechanism is loneliness. The neuroscientist John Cacioppo spent his career on this single feeling. He argued that loneliness is a biological alarm, in the same family as hunger and thirst. Think about what those signals do. Hunger does not mean you are broken. It means find food. Thirst means find water now. Pain is the reason you pull your hand off the stove. Every one of those feelings is unpleasant on purpose. The discomfort is the point, and loneliness runs on the same blueprint. It is the alarm that says you have drifted from the people who keep you safe. So why does it feel less like a thought and more like a wound? Because in your brain, it almost is one. A researcher named Naomi Eisenberger put people in a scanner and had them play a simple ball-tossing game. Partway through, the other players left them out. It was meaningless. Nobody said a word. And yet the brain lit up in the exact region that activates during physical pain. Being left out of a pointless game registered like an injury. Your nervous system does not separate rejection from wounds because for most of history, they were the same threat. To be cast out was a death sentence with a delay. This is why heartbreak feels like it lives in your chest. Your body is running software older than language, and it has one job: keep you near the people who keep you alive. But if loneliness is an alarm, the danger has to be real. And it is. The psychologist Julianne Holt-Lunstad gathered data from hundreds of thousands of people across dozens of studies. Chronic isolation raises your risk of early death by an amount comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. It is deadlier than obesity. It is deadlier than a life without exercise. The alarm is not lying. It is screaming about something that genuinely shortens lives. So why doesn't modern life switch it off? You can sit in a crowded train and feel completely alone. You can have 1,000 followers and no one to call at 3 in the morning because your brain was never measuring contact. It was measuring connection. The anthropologist Robin Dunbar found that the human mind can only truly hold around 150 real relationships, and inside that, only a tiny circle of people who genuinely know you. That circle is what the alarm is hunting for. Not faces, not names on a screen. People who would notice if you vanished. Modern life gives you endless contact and quietly starves you of that. So the alarm keeps ringing. Because by the only measure it understands, you really are alone. And this is the part you most need to hear. When loneliness rises in you, your instinct is to treat it as proof that something is wrong with you. So you pull inward, you hide. But that is the alarm misreading the moment. The ache is not evidence that you are broken. It is evidence that you are working exactly as designed. Every human who felt that pull and answered it survived. Every human who felt nothing drifted off alone and vanished. You are not descended from the ones who were fine on their own. You are descended from the ones who could not bear to be apart. That feeling in your chest is not a defect. It is love, written into your biology before love had a name. So the next time it finds you in the dark, hear what it is actually saying. It is not telling you that you are worthless. It is pointing you home. You are surrounded by people, and the ache you feel is the oldest part of you, reaching for the one thing it has always known you need. Not more names, Just one person, close enough to keep you alive.